Hey everybody, it's Joel, your host, and welcome to the Joel Homie Show's 5th annual Christmas video. Just like the previous 5 years, today I'm going to be showing you guys everything I got for Christmas this year. And as per usual, I hope everyone out there had an absolutely amazing Christmas, just like I did this year. And, well, as you can see, I got some pretty cool things, and at a minimum interesting, because there's some things here that I'm very, very excited to have. Like that, which I'll talk about in just a second. I've wanted that for many years, and I finally got the chance to ask for it. That's gonna be really cool to get into and interesting. I really want to look forward to filming videos on that. But anyways, enough blibble blabber and me failing to speak because of how excited I am for that Lego set. But anyways, let's go ahead and work our way from like the bottom left here, work our way up, and there's a couple more things over there. But let's begin here in the corner with this first Lego set. This is a Lego Christmas set 40573, the Christmas tree. And this one, technically, I did get before Christmas, as my mother just got it at a store and came back and thought I had it, and it turned out I didn't, so she gave it to me. So it's still a Christmas-related set and was gifted to me around Christmas, so I decided to feature it in today's video. Directly above that, we have Lego Christmas set 70571, the Wintertime Polar Bears, which is a smaller set, but pretty interesting. I will be reviewing all of these sets, so I look forward to that. And then directly to the right of that, we have Lego Christmas set 40498, the Christmas Penguin, which is pretty similar to the Polar Bear set, but instead of the base including polar bears and a Christmas tree, it has a penguin and a Christmas tree, and the base is a little bit thicker, which I think implies that the penguin is standing on like a frozen lake or something, but either way. Directly above that, we have two Toys R Us exclusive sets, which is like really interesting. I opened up this one first and was like, I swear my eyes just about popped out of my head out of how surprised I was, because I haven't gotten any Toys R Us exclusive stuff since my local Toys R Us actually went out of business when Toys R Us declared bankruptcy. But anyways, so there is Lego Toys R Us exclusive set 4014, which is the one on the bottom, and the one on top of that is 40143, and there are, I believe, two others. There's a Toys R Us building and another just normal building, which of course I will be reviewing those, because who doesn't want to review a Toys R Us exclusive set in 2023, as this will be review videos that come out in 2023. And then to the right of that, we have the Lego Sesame Street Lego Ideas set 32, but the actual set number is 21324, but this is the 32nd Lego Ideas set. And right below that, to the right of the Christmas tree, is Lego City Set 7938, simply titled Passenger Train. And for those that have keen eyes might notice this is a old set, a relatively old set, not nearly as old as that one, but this is copyrighted to 2010, which is really cool. This is a train that I had growing up, and actually if I bring the camera up over here, I just So that one didn't really end up being that successful. Didn't get too far with it, as a lot of the original pieces ended up actually being used for building customs. But either way, I actually have the complete set, and this one is sealed. So I don't know if I'm going to end up opening it or not. It's definitely going to be heart-wrenching if I do open it. Or I might keep it sealed and just try to get another one that is complete but not sealed, because the number of sealed Lego City Sets 7938s, as well as a bunch of the older train sets, are dwindling. So I don't want to be someone that assists in lowering the numbers of sealed, nice copies of these Lego sets. But either way, I'll think about that later. And then directly to the right of that, we have the Lego Nintendo Entertainment System set 71374 with 2,646 pieces. This is a set that's not new per se, it's a couple of years old, but it's a set that I've wanted for a while. And right above the Lego Nintendo Entertainment System is the set I am most excited for getting this entire Christmas. It is Lego System Set 4565. This is the Lego Freight Train. And holy crap, am I excited to do some things with this. I really look forward to probably reviewing it, as it is an older Lego set, and I'm greatly aware that other people have reviewed it, but this is probably one of the coolest Lego sets that I've ever gotten, as I've wanted this for years. When I was little, I used to watch Lego train videos like there's no tomorrow, and this was one of the coolest looking Lego trains that I'd ever seen. This is also a Lego train from just about the tail end of the Lego 9-volt train era that sort of started in the early 90s and ended towards the late 90s, early 2000s. And then sitting up on my dresser, I've got some other things. There's this liquid motion lamp, aka just a lava lamp. This one has a interesting shape. It's a bit rounder, whereas the normal lava lamps that I have are sort of like triangular, whereas this one's just round. But I think it'll still look pretty cool someplace. And then to the right of that is a camera bag that was gifted to me by my stepfather Steve. So of course, as per usual, my thanks and gratitude go out to him. But inside is something even more interesting. There is a Pentax camera in here that I had asked for. Not like this specific model, but I had wanted a Pentax camera. So this is a Pentax K100, and if I don't drop it, there you go. You can kind of get a shot of it. I gotta use my face to focus the camera. But there you go. It's a really, really nice SLR, meaning that it has a proper viewfinder. So you don't have to use the screen. Oh, there's my fugly looking face and camera there. But anyways, this has a proper viewfinder, whereas my Sony NEX F3 doesn't have a proper viewfinder. You just have to use the screen to take photos, which there's nothing wrong with that. I don't mind it, but having a proper viewfinder is a feel that I really like when taking photos. Makes me feel more professional, if you will. But this is actually going to need a bit of work, as it does need software installed and stuff like that. As of right now, you can't use anything larger than a 2GB card, because this is about a 2005-2006 camera. And then to the left of the liquid motion lamp, or the lava lamp, we have a Nintendo Switch Lite case, I believe, and then directly above that we have a Pokemon Edition Nintendo Switch Lite, which is interesting because I already have a Nintendo Switch, but this was once again a gift from my mother, so thank you very, very much to her. And above that is a gift from my father. This is a HO scale Bachmann locomotive. This is, I believe, a 460 steam locomotive for the Maryland and Pennsylvania. At least that's what the livery says on the side of the tender. This is, yeah, a Baldwin 52 driver DCC ready, so this just needs the decoder. It doesn't have it currently, but this is compatible with a DCC decoder. And then to the left of all of the Switch stuff and the Bachmann number 27 steam locomotive, we have two IKEA Lego sets, which is really, really interesting to say the least, as they don't look like traditional Lego sets. But considering they're in cooperation with IKEA, that's not really surprising. IKEA has a much different styling than Lego traditionally does. But either way, here is two what I presume to be Swedish words that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, because I'll pronounce them absolutely horribly and butcher their names. But either way, these sets are sort of meant to go with each other, as these are meant to construct boxes. That's sort of like the old Lego Creator Modulus system that was used on like some Modulus houses and whatnot. And then above that, we have the decorations for the inside, which is like people, stairs, and couches, and other appliances and whatnot. But what I had in front of that was a Polaroid Go portable gallery, which is like for little Polaroid film frames, and you can store them inside of this, which is sort of like a little flip book, so that you can carry them around. And then speaking of Polaroid Go cases, here's a case for the actual Polaroid Go camera. Here is the Polaroid Go, at least in its box, and this is really, really cool to get, as just, I believe, last year or the year before, I got the Polaroid Now, which has been living inside of this drawer next to my Sony NEX F3 for quite some time. So it's really, really cool to have two Polaroid cameras, especially two modern cameras, as they share a lot of cosmetic sort of looks. I really like the little bit of rainbow striping on the top there. And then right below that is a Nuka-Cola hat, and I really like this hat. It's just simple and black and has the logo right there in the front, which I think looks nice. It's aesthetically pleasing to me. Back over here is a book that claims to document just about all of Disneyland's railroad history in words and pictures, and I really look forward to reading this, as getting into Disneyland railroading as like a career or a partial career in the future is something I've looked into, so knowing some of the history I think would be cool. Even if I don't go into it as a career of any kind, it's still really interesting to know Disneyland's history in the railroading. Beside that, we have two XJ related things. Here I believe is a visor for the windshield when you park. It protects your dashboard from UV rays and other things that can like crackle the plastics and make them brittle. And then just below that is a little sort of thing for putting pins and other stuff in. I guess whatever you're really carrying in your car, you can put pens, I don't know, sticky notes, whatever fits inside of these little straps. These are like interwoven, and you can pull them out. They're elastic, and put pens and pencils and stuff inside of them, and it just stores them. And I have one of these in my center console, but it has adhesive on the back, and it really doesn't work that well. However, this one has straps on the back, so there's nothing to just like peel off. So hopefully this one will work better, and once it goes into Clifford, my Jeep Cherokee. Behind that is one of the 3 Nintendo Switch games I got this year. This is the Game Builder Garage, which I'm not familiar with this, so it'll be pretty interesting to play this and look into it. So something new to me game-wise. And then something that isn't so new to me game-wise is the Lego Movie 2 video game for the Switch. And then here is the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX for the Nintendo Switch. And then, oh, I forgot about this. Sitting behind the bag that has the camera in it that my stepfather got me is a record of the Metallica Ride the Lightning album. And this was apparently limited edition at Walmart. So that's cool to know. Didn't get a turntable or a record player this Christmas, so I will still have to look into getting myself one somehow. But now I have 2 records that I can play. I've got a Metallica album and a older album from the Duprees. They're a much older band from, I believe, the 1960s, if I'm not mistaken. There's this Lego VIP thing. I have no idea what it is. And then right below here is the instructions for Lego Set 4543, which is from 1991. Lego System Set 4565, the freight train, is from 1996. This is a set that is 5 years older. This is just a simple train car. It's a little flatbed that has a tractor on top, and it's a really simplistic and interesting, visually pleasing Lego set to me. I like its styling. It's really basic in a good way. I like how the bricks are a lot more squared off. It's a lot more Lego-y feeling to me, if that makes any sense. Whereas newer Lego sets, well, obviously they're still Legos, but they're a bit more rounded off and look a bit more modern, to say the least, as far as Legos are concerned. Whereas this is all exposed studs and squared off, no fancy rounded off bits, which I really appreciate. It's not trying to hide anything for what it is. It just is what it is. And then, of course, the instruction manual. This did come from eBay, as far as I know, so this instruction manual has seen better days in that spot. And then here is a wallet, which has a bit of a, like, chain on the side, which is, like, brass coloring. But anyways, it's a relatively large wallet that I believe is meant to, like, go in your back pocket. And then has a chain on the side, as I said, and then RFID and NFC blocking card. And I believe this is just another one of those, but smaller, in a different format. So those also came from my mother, so thank you to her for getting those for me. Here is Lego Set 4565. This is Santa's Workshop. This is a limited edition set. I have a couple other limited edition Lego sets that I've gotten in the past from spending certain amounts of money at Lego stores, and I usually don't open them. However, pretty soon here I'm going to be documenting the process of installing a bunch of shelves all around my room that will be housing all of my Lego trains, or at least most of them, which is why I'm really excited to get these 2. If I open that one, I don't know. But either way, this one is going to be running around my ceiling Lego Railroad pretty soon here, that I'm going to be, once again, documenting the process of making. So really excited to show you guys the process of not only getting that train running, but also building the shelves that it'll be going on. Anyways, I got sidetracked. The reason I'm kind of thinking about opening this as opposed to my other limited edition sets that I've kept closed is it's a building, and I'm going to need a good amount of buildings to fill up some of the space on these shelves. And then moving down to the things over here, there is a couple bits of clothing, which I surprisingly didn't get a lot of this year. Usually I get a lot of clothes. Here is the only shirt that I got, which it says Keep It Classic, and has a controller sort of based after what I can only assume is like a Super Nintendo controller. And then this is a hoodie that my father gave me, or gifted me here, and it says Jeep on the front. If I can get it to open, there you go. It says Jeep, which that's really cool. I look forward to just like decking myself out in Jeep merch, and then drive Clifford somewhere and just like take some photos of. And then right below that is a set of Reebok shoes that I also got from my father. They are a British, or English brand, as you can see, with the Union Jack there on the side. And they say Reebok Classic on the top. I assume that's one of their classic logos, and since it says classic, but they're red, like just about completely red, which is really, really cool, as I love anything and everything red. And then, of course, there's another shoe in here. It's just the opposite. It's sort of like, you know, how shoes work. But anyways, stuffing that back in there. Right behind that is a nice Vide, or Vidi. I don't really care about the brand because I almost guarantee you this is just a style of these, this video lighting kit that's probably been done by about a bajillion companies, so I'm sure the branding doesn't matter too much. But anyways, I will be reviewing this as I've reviewed some camera-related equipment or videography equipment in the past, and I thought this would be a fun addition to review. And then just above that is the Lego bonsai tree. This is set 1028-1 that my sister Joy got for me, so thank you very much to my sister for getting this. Alrighty, so now that I've covered, I believe, everything. Anyways, with that being said, now that I've rambled on a bunch, there is the 5th annual Joel Homie Show Merry Christmas video. My sincerest apologies for my rambling and going on about a bunch of stuff and not being able to speak as fast as I usually do. Maybe I was speaking fast. I don't know. Anyways, if any of you want to leave comments in the description, or, well, in the comments about anything you think I can do better in this video, I'd really appreciate it. Usually I don't say that, but I haven't been recording a large amount of videos recently, or a normal amount of videos recently, so my speaking skills on camera aren't nearly as good, at least I think, as they have been previously. But with that, if you enjoyed today's video as much as I enjoyed making it, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell if you'd like to see more of my content going into the future. And don't forget to hit that like button. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one.